We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Off the play fake. Stewart. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Stewart. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
The give is to Elliott. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Dixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, for touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. So it was 4th down. They complete the short pass, and then boom, off to the races all the way to pay dirt.
And so many times in short yardage situations or on downs like this on 4th down, the defense gets a little more aggressive. So if you're able to pop it, right, complete a pass like that, it can break big afterwards, and that's exactly what we saw there. Short pass, long run.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak for the whole month of December.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Gun. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. A first down carry by Elliott. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already knocking back. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? They'll drop the throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Charles Harris in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now Leonard Fournette. Room past the 20. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the Cowboys have recovered. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Stewart. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Looking to throw. Stewart, throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for this. Oh, had to get it out quickly, but it's blocked. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to throw. Stewart. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Stewart, off the play fake. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's Stewart throwing on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Stewart now. Off play action. And this one's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw is Stewart. Going to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And spins away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something that there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Stewart on 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. first and 10. Stewart. He'll check this one off to Fournette. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Ohio! Ohio! Cut!
Operating from the gun. Stewart dumps it off to Fournette. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Now Stewart on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Stewart off the play fake. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Flex round! Flex round!
Stewart now throwing on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Looking to throw. Stewart steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Stewart. Off play action. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Stewart throwing on first down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stewart. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now Stewart on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw here. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On third down, Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw. Stewart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And give him a gain of 37. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Here's Stewart on 1st and 10. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Stewart now off the play fake, and he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Jalen Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. To throw is Stewart. Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going backwards. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Stewart, off play action, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Back now in Arlington. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Stewart. A quick hitter complete. It's Ross. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
They'll go with a big back Fournette, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run with Elliott, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Stewart to throw on 2nd down. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Dixon. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Play action. Stewart eluding the pressure right. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Here's Stewart on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ross. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Stewart now from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw is Stewart. Throwing on 1st down. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the Cowboys have recovered.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. 45. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The storyline.
That goes into shutting out an opponent.